my screen a hundreds grid, and I would like to divide it into thirds. So each section has 1/3 of each one of these 100 squares. Now, one of the things I could do is drag over these little lines and see if I could just divide it evenly. Now, when I look at that, I have two groups that are clearly the same, but the third group is not. And when I move it over, I have the outside groups that are the same, but the middle group is not. So clearly, this is not going to divide evenly. So let me add the last bar over here. So now I do have three groups that are even. The first group has 30 out of 100 of the squares in its group. This group, I'm going to mark with green, also has 30 over 100. And the last group has 30 over 100. But what do I do with this very last group right here? Well, as it happens, I can also divide that up. So I'm going to divide that up. So the blue group gets 3 out of the 10 squares remaining. The green group also gets 3 out of 10 squares remaining. And the last group, well, guess what? There happens to be one extra box left over that isn't going to go evenly again. So there's a pattern happening here. So let's do that again. I can divide this last little square. It represents 1 out of 100. And I'm going to divide it between 3 of my groups right here. So there's 1. And the second group gets a little piece too. Everybody's going to get one. Everybody's sharing. And the last one. But it doesn't go evenly because the pattern's going to hold true for this one little piece as well. So I'm going to leave that last little wedge left white, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Now, if I were to represent this last column into numbers out of 100, this is what it would look like. My first group over here would be 3 out of 100 goes into the blue group. The green group also had 3 out of 100. And the last pink group also had 3 out of 100. So how do I represent that ones unit that I divided? Well, it's actually 3/10 out of 100. So I'm going to represent that just for the pink one because I'm running out of space. And that's what this would look like. Or you could say that it is 3 out of 1,000. Those two are equivalent. So this whole thing, when I divide the whole square up, the whole grid up, this whole thing becomes this. It becomes 30 plus 3. And then let's address this 3/10. Now, we did say that the 3/10 didn't go in evenly. How do we represent that it's going to happen over and over? We simply represent it as a number that's going to be repeating. So we want to make sure we pull that into this as well. So I'm going to write my 3/10, but I'm going to write a line across indicating that I would have to forever be dividing this number to get it to go evenly, and it's never going to stop. So I have a little line over there indicating it's a repeating number. And again, it's all going to go over 100. And when we combine all of these, we actually have 33 and 3/10 with a repeating over 100. Now, if we want to turn this into a decimal, the number's already over 100. So you may have heard the rule, just move the decimal over 2 places and you have the decimal. Well, let's show you where this rule comes from. Well, as it happens, if we do move the decimal over and put it right here, and it becomes a number over 10 because we do the same thing. And this becomes over 1. And you can see as we put the number over 10 and then over 1, we have in fact moved the decimal over 2 places. When we enter this into our box, we could say that this is our number and a leading 0 in front if you want to. Or we can simplify it further because all those 3's are the same, and we can just say that it is 3/10 with a repeating line over, and you can put the leading 0 in front of it if you would like to.